Hey folks, Jim Thomas here, Fitness Management and Consulting, and welcome to the channel today. I appreciate you being here. And to all of our subscribers, thank you. Appreciate you being here as well. And if you're finding us for the first time, if you're new to the channel, please hit the subscribe button, please hit the like button. And for you folks that are looking for more information to help grow your business and take it to that next level, consider becoming a member and receive additional forms, additional documents, additional training materials on how to grow your business. And then finally, to learn more about me, learn more about my company, and how we can take you to that next level, check out the links below. Now, our topic for you today, it's predicting the future of the gym business. Predicting the future of the gym business. And I've listed 10 things here. 10 things that I see that need to happen, In many cases, they're not happening. But if we look toward the future, if you look toward your particular operation right now, and by adding these things, start looking at these things a little differently, how can you grow and develop your business? And how literally can you dominate a marketplace, and not simply compete? And so the first thing I want to talk about is, the idea of working from home, we were having this conversation recently with a group, and we have this conversation frequently about, how do we keep costs down? How do we become more effective? And even when we're looking for staff, it's really the same as when we're looking for new members, right? We're looking, hey, what is our differentiation? And how can we promote and market to an uncontested market space? And there's plenty of folks, whether it be seniors or disabled or stay-at-home moms or any number of folks that would like to work from home, and they can handle your outbound calling for you. They can handle your customer service for you. They can handle following up on leads for you. They can handle marketing for you. There's so much that can be done there, and so much of it can be done on a pay for performance type basis, because their schedule's their own. They can work when they choose and when they not choose. You can have multiple folks doing this, and we've had a lot of success with this at a lot of clubs, because now all of a sudden folks that maybe we couldn't or wouldn't or they wouldn't come to us, they can do it from their kitchen table. And they can do all of our phone follow-up. They can contact local businesses and set up merchant programs. So there's an awful lot you can do here. So I think for many clubs, for the future, that idea of working from home will ring true. And you'll find some folks, if you're doing follow-up work, they may indeed be able to sell from home. Number two, as far as predicting the future, it's looking at data as an asset. Still today, there's too many clubs that really aren't looking at their data. They don't know their data. They don't know, what I refer to as those key performance indicators. Your data is going to tell you, it's going to help you better understand your customer. It's going to help you better in decision making. And one of the examples that I give frequently on this is, maybe sales aren't where you want. Well, is marketing not working? Are we not booking appointments? If it is, if we are booking appointments, are they not showing up? If they are showing up, are we not closing them? If we are closing them, are we getting referrals from them? If we are closing them, are we getting the second sale, from them? There's a host of things in there from a data perspective that will tell you exactly where you need to go and what you need to do. And that's just one example. If you're not data driven, you want to start getting that way. Many clubs have this software. It's either not used, or perhaps it's not even understood in some cases. But look at data as an asset, one of your most important assets, I would say. Number three is your business model innovation. Your business model innovation. And over the years, we've seen innovation before, right? You've got women's only facilities was innovative when that first came out. Facilities that were 24 hours, 24/7 was innovative. $10 a month, was innovative. The different types of exercise programs in studios and boutiques. There's lots of different types of innovation. Now you're seeing more and more of the outdoor component, as part of a fitness facility, and some of that's will depend on part of the country you're in or what part of the globe you're on. The thing I want to talk about here for you folks that are thinking about getting into the business, or you folks that already are, is that innovation aspect of it. True differentiation. What can you bring to the marketplace that nobody else is doing? Don't just bring the same old thing, okay? And certainly don't bring something that's perceived it's the same old thing. What is that true differentiation to the marketplace? This is going to be your future. Just rolling out that same old thing, it's not going to get you where you want to go most likely. And then the second thing with this is that uncontested market space. In most areas you look at, roughly, it's about 20% of any population would be expected to be a member. Well, we've got another 80% sitting over here. This is that uncontested market space. Okay, marketing to them, understanding what's keeping them from coming in, and marketing to them to help make them more comfortable, to want to come in. And even just, that business model innovation, the whole idea of marketing, it's one of the biggest failures that I see of independent gym operations. Is marketing is not done near enough. There's not near enough of it done. And even the things that we do need to be correct, okay? But there's not near enough of it done. What the goal should be is we want to be known by everybody in our marketplace. And then let's go to work. This does not have to be an expensive thing. There's an awful lot out there. Ultimately, the secret to all that is the consistency of it, right? That's what we have to do. Number 4 is automation. And maybe, okay, are we predicting the future, or are we kind of talking about what's happening now? It's surprising how many independent gym operators are not really using automation like they could. Okay, and essentially, in automation, it's things that are repeatable. How can we take people out of the process? And I'll give you one thing to think about just real quick here. We don't want to lose the human element of this. Okay, that's not what we're trying to do. The human element, that connection, I think, is the core, of what the fitness industry is. But at the same time, automating more of what we do. How can we simplify, this operation, give a higher level of service, than we've ever done before? I would compare it to, going to the airport. I know when I go to the airport, I'll check in online, okay, and I'll just come in and drop my bags off, okay? Or if I don't check in online, I'll just simply go to the kiosk, okay? And, they've been able to really automate that and speed that process up. I think the last time that I traveled, I think we were coming back, and we had to go through customs, and it was facial recognition. I didn't even show a passport. And it was just, they recognized me, Jim, go ahead, okay? And so looking for more ways to automate what we do, more ways to simplify what we do, and more ways, really, it's going to help you with your time management and help you grow your business. Number 5, on looking at the future of the gym business, is the area of finance. Where's the money going to come from to start these new facilities? Where's the money going to come from, to expand, existing facilities? And a lot of these things, with our clients, we do a lot of these right now, but as far as the future for everybody, these are all things that people can do, to grow and develop. The first thing I would look at, just in terms of the growth aspect, is taking over existing facilities. There's always someone out there that's looking to get out. There's always someone out there who's looking to exit gracefully. And many times you can take these places over for maybe nothing. And if there was an exchange of currency to get it done, maybe it's coming out of recurring dues every month and it's paid by the billing company. There's a lot of things in here. When we start new facilities, okay, there's a lot of folks that maybe are not able to finance, not able to get that money. And it's how we structure the lease. We want 90 days, pre-sales, 90 days of bated rent once we get in. That gives us 6 months of selling. So that 7th month of selling, we've had it happen. That club's breaking even all of a sudden. Okay, instead of buying equipment, we're going to lease equipment. Your finish out dollars, with your landlord, that's a negotiable item. Okay, I mean, if it's going to cost you $200,000 to finish it out, maybe your landlord, will cover that for you and build that into your rent. Okay, so there's a lot of creative ways that we can look at, finance, in the future if we want to grow and if we want to develop. I mean, there's a lot of folks, again, talking to one recently that was kind of being led to believe they were not going to be able to qualify for funding. And it's not always necessarily the truth. Maybe in that one case it is, where in that one particular business. But, for other opportunities, there's going to be other opportunities out there. Number 6. On predicting the future. And this is something, we saw this a bit, we're not seeing it as much now, or at least I'm not, okay? And that's virtual interfaces. One of the things that we saw kind of starting back in March of 2020 is virtual interface is what everything was. Okay, we were teaching online, educating online, meeting online, doing all of that, and because in most cases that was the only option. As time has gone on, we don't have as much of that. But there's still going to be an opportunity there. Okay, I would not simply stop doing that just because you don't have to still do it. Because what you're looking to do, with your business, what I would tell any client of ours is we're either looking to grow the business or we're looking to sell the business. And that virtual interface, I mean, that can help you significantly, grow this business. And one of the great things about that, and I'm going to talk about this here in a little bit on one of the next items. But one of the great things about the virtual interface, no matter where you are, I mean, you can have a client anywhere on the globe. I mean, I have clients all over the globe, okay? Then we'll do it, just like we're doing here, or we'll do it, via a conference call, and it's seamlessly done, and it's easily done, and it's like they're right next door. The same thing for you as a gym owner. You can do one-on-one private training, with someone all the way across the country or all the way across the globe, right here, okay? You can have virtual classes. You can live stream. You can provide a feed, live stream your classes. People can log on, and maybe there's a small fee, that they pay for that. Your target audience could be all your former members, people that know you, that trust you, that love you, that want to see you be successful, aren't comfortable with local club. Well, they'll stick with you. They'll log on to the live feed, and they'll take your class. Okay, so the virtual interface, I see this as being a big part of the future, but I also see it as something that we did a decent job at that in some cases we kind of quit doing. Okay, number 7, this is what I was referring to here, going from local to global. Going from local to global. Most clubs, it's a 3-mile radius is who you're going to pull from most of the time. Sometimes a little more, sometimes a little less. And one of the things that I always find interesting when we go in and do an analysis of a club, and we'll look at their website and just check out their analytics, and one of the common things that we see is about half the people that go to the website don't even reside in that marketplace. They're someplace else on the planet, someplace else in the country, but they're not part of that market. And so the message we give is, hey, well, if you're getting this traffic, that's the hardest thing, is getting people to look at you. They're in your storefront here. They're visiting. What else can you sell them? Well, maybe it's online personal training. Maybe it is virtual classes. Maybe it is retail. Maybe it is supplements. But look at your website as a storefront, just like your physical, club is a storefront. Okay, when people visit it, have a call to action. Show them how they're going to solve their problems. But go from just being local to being global. This is a great way for many of you to expand your business, and in most cases, not really add much to, other than maybe some startup, but not really add much to overhead. Okay, and you can set up online trainers. There's an awful lot you can do here. But look at going from local to global. But I see this. I know with many of our clients, we see this as something that's part of what the future is going to hold. Number 8 on my list is being purposeful and meaningful. Being purposeful and meaningful. Now, a couple things on this. We saw this, going back to March 2020, and and clubs that survived and clubs that didn't. One, there's a few common denominators of clubs that had success, but one of the key elements of clubs that had success is they knew their members. There was a relationship with those members. It was purposeful and it was meaningful. It was one of the common denominators of clubs that survived and clubs that continue to do well. And one of the things that, when you talk about retention, okay, not just with members, but with staff, is that customer experience. It's that experience that people get, okay? It's not just, the fitness component. Okay, it needs to be more than that. We need to be a destination location for fun, for activities, for entertainment. That it kind of builds on that fitness environment, but we want this environment that's purposeful and meaningful. This is going to help you attract better talent, better employees, better customers, and you're going to maintain them for a long, long time. So when you're looking at how you want to structure your business, what is the purpose? Okay, how is it meaningful for folks? I mean, we talk a lot about, that powerful why with the customer and using that in a sale, but do we also use that same information in how we create the environment? Do we do the same thing with our staff? I mean, I like to look at our employees and our staff as we're going to treat them just like we treat our best customer. What's their powerful why? Why are they here? Why is this important to them? Do we understand that? Do we manage based on that? We want this to be purposeful and meaningful. Okay. Number 9, in predicting the future of the fitness business, is sustainability. Is what we're doing sustainable? Okay. One of the key things first here, is we have to be able to adapt. We have to move quickly when things happen. Okay, it's one of the secrets, right? It's one of the secrets on day to day and month to month, just in managing sales. Okay, here's the number we want to get to. Oops, something happened. How do we pivot? Because we're not going to make success optional. We're going to hit those numbers. And so it's the same thing when we're running our business. Okay, sustainability. Do we have manageable debt? Carrying these big debt loads. We've seen what happens, with that. You get a hiccup out there, and all of a sudden, it's going to be difficult to continue. Sustainability, are we truly customer focused? Are we providing this customer experience, this member experience, okay, that makes them want to continue coming back? And it's not just the fitness component. There's an entertainment component here. Okay, there's that, hey Mary, it's great to see you. Man, I love what you're doing with your hair. I love your nails. Okay, recognizing, because they may not be getting this anywhere else, in their life, at home, at work, wherever it might be. We want to solve problems for folks. We want to provide solutions for them. Okay, we want to provide something in our community that nobody else is providing. But we have to be agile. We have to be able to adapt. And we have to, I think, be thinking this through in advance. Okay, what are our potential roadblocks and setbacks? Because the reality is, we're either going to get better or we're going to get worse. There's no just stay the same. And we have to think these things through in terms of our business plan, in terms of our plan of actions and how we run things. And then finally, on my list, in trying to predict the future of the industry, and even in some cases, things that we're doing now, okay, with clients, is the idea of social engagement. Okay, I mean, I think you're going to see more of an authentic presentation from clubs. More authenticity in terms of behind the scenes and what's happening and things that are real. And I think getting away from a little bit that so-called social media expert. And I'll give you an example on this. I'll kind of go back in time just a bit. Back when I was opening my clubs, and I think I was up to maybe 4 at this point, and I had always done all my own marketing, and particularly we were doing a lot of print. We did a lot of newspaper. And I was doing my own. I'd have my sketch pad, I'd have my pencil, I'd have my eraser, and I'm drawing these things out, and here's what it's going to look like, and I'm educating myself through, I'm getting all the magazines, I'm reading the magazines, primarily it's the articles I'm looking at, and what kind of marketing is going on, what's attracting people. I'm watching TV for the ads, okay, that kind of thing. I was doing it myself and having success at it. Did for a number of years doing that. And I had people, kind of get in my head saying, well, Jim, you're doing well enough now. You need to hire someone that's all they do. And they're an expert at it and they're great at it. And I got convinced that was the way to go. And so I did it. And almost immediately our numbers went in the tank, okay? And in looking back at it, now eventually I let go of that company. I started doing it myself again, and the numbers went back up, okay? But the reality is the difference was what I was putting out there, it was authentic. I knew our customer. I was speaking to our customer, okay? The agency that we were using, they were more high-tech, more slick, everything was perfect. And we started, I think, talking over the head of our customers. I took it back over. I knew the customer. I'm talking straight to him. It was very authentic and it resonated. And I think you're going to see more and more of this in social media, as you go forward. So 10 things that I see, okay, that will help predict the future of the gym business and what we should be doing. Many of our clients are doing these right now. If you're not doing these, feel free, reach out to me. You can check the links below and reach out to me. Happy to talk with you about some of this. Or, go through our list. Which ones can we do a better job at? This is what's going to drive your business forward, okay, in the coming months, in the coming years. Start planning for it now. What are the potential roadblocks? What are the potential setbacks? What is our plan of action on each one of these? How we save money on payroll, how we look at our data and understand it to make decisions. All of this can have a dramatic impact on what you do. So, folks, I appreciate you being here today. Hope you found the information informative and maybe even entertaining at some levels. If you want to learn more about me, again, please click the links below. Also, if you've not yet done so, please hit the subscribe button, please hit the like button, and also consider becoming a member. For the members here on the channel, we will be providing additional forms and documents, training materials, additional videos that will be emailed directly to you to help you grow your business. And if you are a member and you have certain requests on information you would like to have for additional training, you can hit me up on Twitter at Jim Consultant. You can email me direct. You can leave it in the comments below. So, folks, I appreciate you being here. I look forward to seeing you all in that next video.